People, Deluded. Now, my video or the point I was making in a previous vid cut out, but we might as well just make another vid. Now, we've got 12 points on the line, 4 games, left in the Premier League. In no order, we've got Burnley on the last day. Whenever I think Leicester comes on next Sunday, so just under a week from now, Monday bank holiday at the moment. So we've got Burnley, we've got Leicester, midweek obviously against Wolves, and we've got Brighton at home. Many people look at the last game at home and think we have to be rocking for that, and we can be rocking, we should win that, and there's no excuses if we don't. But we need to remember Brighton are being pulled in a relegation race. We're in April, approaching May. This is the time of the season where them teams there get a second win and start playing out of their and start playing out of their skin and providing some shock performances. Hopefully by the time we play Brighton, relegation isn't a thing for them, so this isn't a thing. Regardless, we should be winning that, and that's not an excuse. Now, them last 12 points are on the line. They're 24 points for us. They're double points. We could have been laughing in regards to the top four. Spurs, us, and United all drop points for another week. And this April, we've been decent this month. But you look at games against Everton and games against Palace, we've dropped 6 points, left 6 points on the line, lost 6 points, and when I believed we can only drop 4 points in regards to the top four race. So to a degree, I think it's over. But my heart doesn't want to give in, people. It's 24 points. Seeing is believing. I keep saying this, but nobody, myself included, didn't expect to get top four in the start of the season. So I feel regardless, we've had a good season. Definitely a better first post Arsene Wenger season than many people, myself included, could have thought in terms of the challenge. And just look at the evolution of the first 2 games this season and the couple of games. It's not perfect. We're not perfect, but it's been good. There'll still be a good platform to build upon. But I feel if we drop top 4, or whether that's getting 3rd or 4th or whatever through the league campaign, it will be gutting. It will be failure, in my opinion, because we've had it in our hands. We've messed around and other teams have messed around and they found themselves in this position, and we've had one hand, we've had 2 hands at times, people, on top 4, whether that's 3rd and 4th, and we've cocked it up. And if we don't get it, you look at the Palace games, you look at Everton games, but it all comes before that. It's Crystal Palace away, it's West Ham away, it's defending properly at United at midweek, tough game at Old Trafford when we have 3 points in the bag and you're conceding a goal moments later. It's these sort of games that as to why we drop points. Obviously hindsight's a beautiful thing. There's no excuses. For me, we probably need to win all 4 games now. I thought we could only drop 4 points. We've dropped 6 this month. And what could, should, and what actually does happen in Arsenal's case is crazy, man. We'll probably, I hope to be right, and run your bounce if I'm not, but we'll probably beat Wolves convincingly midweek now, even as much as a tough game I think it is. I hope that's right. I don't agree with myself to a degree, people. But that shows how consistently inconsistent Arsenal are. We always want to do it the hard way, and we've got it. You've got to, it's the toughest period in the season now. You've got to win all of these 4 games, and there's an extra 6 games, extra 2, so that makes it 6 when you consider the 2-legged tie against Valencia. So the games are coming thick and fast. So all of these players, whether you're half injured, whether you're not fully fit, whether you're fatigued, you're gonna have to shake it all off. Obviously injuries within reason, because there's no excuses. If you don't get top 4, it's your fault. It's nobody else's fault, because we've had both hands on it. We've had 2 hands on the top 4 and we've messed it up twice. And you lot know I was very pessimistic in regards to our top 4 race, and I still am to a degree, but I'm very optimistic now. I'm probably one of the most optimistic, and I have small hope, even a tiny bit of confidence that we'll get it. But it's in the players' hands. It's in the players' hands. We're giving opposition and rivals what they want because we're dropping points. Ironically, nobody probably expected us to drop points at home to Palace. Probably looking at all these away fixtures. So we was probably looking at our home games as a somewhat safe banker as fans to somewhat get our points, but it didn't happen. So we've dropped ourselves right in it, and we've got no choice but to win all them games. If we fail to take anything but 12 points, I don't think we're getting top 4, people. That's just me. I think Spurs are going to win all their games to the end of the season. I think Chelsea have hit the right form. I think United are out of it, but mathematically they can still do it. Mathematically we can still do it, so nobody should be giving up. Obviously United midweek, they've got Manchester City, and then they've got Chelsea. Spurs, I'm not sure who they've got, but they ain't got to play no big teams, and I feel their Champions League momentum is going to carry them into the top 4 place. I think nobody thought Spurs wouldn't get top 4, whether that's 3rd or 4th. And to be honest, 3rd should be nailed on for them. They messed up at a period where they took 1 point from a possible 15 and brought themselves into this sort of race. But I think Spurs will do it. Obviously, I don't want them to, and I want to finish ahead of Spurs. But you're just looking at 4th, if anything, as an Arsenal fan. The one saving grace is everybody dropped points and we're still a point behind Spurs, but we need to do our job. Spurs play on Tuesday against, I don't even know who they play, but they play on Tuesday. I'm gonna have to run on from work. I finish at 6. They kick off at 8 or something, or 7:45. So they're gonna smash up all the trains and well, I'm obviously not literally smash up, but they're all gonna be packed at Liverpool Street. But we're gonna know exactly what we need to do. We're gonna need to know exactly what we need to do on the Wednesday. Now, United are going to be playing City. Hopefully, they do us a favour. But the players or the coaching staff probably are going to listen to what's happening in that game. Obviously, we're hoping Spurs drop points. And ironically, today, Monday, Chelsea are in action. So we're going to need to be on point in that game, to be fair with you. I mean, they're going to need to be on point. And we're going to need to be on point in the sense that we're going to have to watch that. I want them players to watch that and see exactly what they need to do. I do think we're possibly got an issue in regards to that, because you look at Palace, you look at Everton, the players have known after that game exactly where they're going to stand if they win or lose. And I think when we go a goal down, it looks to be like we're panicking and we're thinking too much of that. It looks like there's cracks to a degree in our mentality in that regards. Hope to be proven wrong, hope to get top 4, but the Arsenal way is the difficult way, and that's how we're going to have to do it if we want it, people. On that note, I've got nothing more to say, so I'm going to keep it pushing. People, DG, thank you for watching. I'm out.